Hi man, this is zamorak2411 and today on my tutorial I'm going to show you how to mod Fable, the Lost Chapter, using a program called Fable Explorer. So we're going to open it up and we're going to do some mods. So let's do it. Just wait for this to load. Alright, the first thing what we're going to mod for the Fable Lost Chapter is we're going to stick in some weapons. So we're going to put in some, some weapons that you can't really get in the original Fable Lost Chapters on Xbox, but only works on PC. So we're going to get some of the weapons of your enemies, as you know what I mean, such as the bandits. You can get Twin Blade. We'll get Twin Blade sword. And we can get other people's swords, such as Thunder. You can get his sword. So first thing you want to do is you want to scroll down and you want to find the letter object, the word object or whatever. Alright, when you get to the object, click on the little cross. Alright, and then you scroll down and if you want it, I'll get the Twin Blade sword. If you guys want it, you guys just follow me and watch where I go to. What's the name of Twin Blade sword? Ban the King sword. So it'd be in the B section. Ban the King sword 1. So the code ID is 554. And now you go to game bin. This will exit out the weapon list, but remember to go back to object and go back to here if you want to go click on any of these weapons or bows, whatever. So to add the weapons into Fable the Lost Chapter, you got to go back to game bin, and then you look for creator, the word creator. As you see, it's right there, and then you click the little cross again, and now this time you scroll down until you get to creator hero. There should be 1470 right there. Creator hero. Click on it, click on the cross, and now you scroll down until you get to weapon 1. Weapon 2 is that you get to have the same weapon. You get to keep both of those weapons, but you can have 2 weapons that are the same in your inventory in your little bag. But weapon 3 does not work. Do not use it. See, you can see it's got a minus. So you go to weapon 1, and then you put on the code 5544. So 5544. Oh, there you go. Sorry, my mistake. So you click apply changes, and then you run the game, save mod, and run Fable. And I just want to tell you a little hint. You can't put in 2 weapons at a time. You got to put it once at a time. So for example, I'm just going to tell you the Sword of Aeon sword ID code is 5526, and then you go apply changes, yeah, blah blah blah, and your action run save mod and run Fable. It won't work. So if you did that mistake, it will just save your Sword of Aeons instead of your twin blade sword. So it always saves the second sword. So that's why you always save the first sword and run the game first, and then you save the game, then you do the swords again. So you only do it once at a time. And so yeah, that's for the sword. So you know, I'm gonna show you on how to be invincible. Alright? So if you want your character in Fable to be invincible so you won't die, I'll show you. Go back to creator. So I was gonna do it from the actual start. Go back to gamers to make it easier for you to know how to do it. Go to creator, if I'm right. This might be, I've kind of forgotten how to do this one, but I should remember. Go back to create a hero. And then you go create a hero again, and you click the plus, and this time you go to damageable. When you go to damageable, click 0. So if it's 1, when you first go to it, just type in 0, and you should be good to go. So if someone attacks you, you won't die. You just be invincible, by the way. And it's a good thing about PC. You can just, it's like a cheat kind of, but you just have to do it. You got to find it the hard way. Instead of typing a code, you got to actually go into the game setting. This is kind of the game setting. You type in, the name, whatever the numbers, or the code, or the input into the game. So there you go, man. Type in 0, click apply changes, save the game, remember, and yeah, you should be good to go from there. And this next tutorial, this next mod we're gonna put in is how to this is for most of you. I know you guys are gonna enjoy this bit because for you that when you always look at a weapon in the game, like if you always look at it and say, oh, I want to see how strong this sword is, the damage, and you're like, what? It's only 200, and then the next one you're like, oh, whoa, 215, and the next one will be 225, and then you get to a sword that's 315. That is that flame sword called the Solace, whatever sword, and you're like, whoa, man, this is a strong sword, and then you get to Sword of Aeons, and that's like 550 if I'm correct, right? But I'm wrong, comment me. and and then you're like, whoa, man, it's a strong sword, but it takes about 2 hits to hit a guard with Sword of Aeons, or one hit. But when you hit like a giant monster that's like those orc kind of monster that throws like those massive large rocks, it takes about like 10 or 8 hits to kill it. And when you use a mod, bro, you stick in how much damage you want into the sword. So you can put as much damage if you want. You can put more than 1 million damage. So you'll have 1 million damage instead of 520 damage. And like that's pro, man. And if you put that much, or even you just put 10,000 or 20,000, I'm saying 20,000 the max, bro. You should go up from there. Don't go any lower than 20,000. You can hit any creatures, any guards, any bandits, anything that you want to kill in Fable that's a human, by the way, or that walks with 2 legs or 4 legs in one hit. How easy is that, man? That's what you call pro, man. So I really enjoy that. So if you wanna do what do that little mod, I reckon it's one of the fun mod. I always do. I love it because it's so easy, just killing him with one hit. Oh, and by the way, Invincible is one of my favorite, and the damage, killing one hit, kill Black Jack of Blades when he's a dragon one hit. That's so simple, man. But anyway, if you wanna do it, you wanna go back to object because you gotta find the sword and you gotta put how much damage onto the sword. So go back to object, from here we've been to this bit from the start. So it doesn't have to be a sword of iron, it can be any sword, it can even be in a bow. Anything that's a weapon, just gotta put the damage on, bro, and you'll be good to go. And it doesn't only work as one weapon, it can work as all your weapons. You gotta know the name of it though. So for me, I'm gonna go to the frying pan. So for yous up there, you guys know the frying pan where you gotta dig it out behind in the farm behind the haystack, or if I'm right, and then you find a frying pan, and then you're like, whoa, man, it's a rare, object, rare weapon, and then you realise it's like 0 damage, can't kill anyone, just like boom, whacks on, and it just bounces off like a fat belly. When you punch on the fat belly, just your hand, your fist just rebounds off. But anyway, click on frying pan, come on, and then you go to object, and then this time you go to C D E F S. and then you scroll down until you get to, if I'm right, C weapon D E F. Keep scrolling down. There you go, I'm right. C weapon D E F. If I did say it, anyway, who cares? And now you go to links to game, then entry ID. Click on that. Don't click into the bottom one. Click on the first one, and then click on the cross again. As you can see, there's two windows open, and from here you go to damage. Click on damage, and then you put the damage how much you want. Don't put it as 10 or 100. Put like, put it to like 1,000. If you know 1,000, 1,100, or million. But I'm saying this in the game will be 20,000. 2,000 will be 20,000. So that's really high for a weapon. If you put 20,100, it'd be 20 million. If you put 20 million, it'll be 20 trillion. So there you go. That's how the code works. So put 20, put 20 million, it'd be 20 trillion in the game damage. So you can kill him on hit. Still the same. If you put 20,000, it makes no difference between. If you go higher than 20,000 or even 10,000, it makes no really difference between the damage. It just stays the same. It's just you're putting up the damage number, making it look higher and stronger. But actually, when you hit something, the highest you probably hit is probably 10,000, the max. So if you put 500, that'd be 5,000 damage. You'll probably hit only about, guessing, 3,000. If you put, 1,000, that'd be 10,000, and you should hit 10,000 the max, as I say. So if I was to keep on 10,000 or go higher than that if you want, it's up to you. For me, that's how I do it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. That's my mod for today for this tutorial. Comment me and ask me if you have any problems, and I'll get to you, bro. Chill out. Later, bro. West.